Hey, hello, how you doing? Crap, has anybody seen my scissors? Oh, wait, there they are. This is today's project. We are going to make scissor charms so that we don't lose our scissors anymore. So this one's mine, and I'm going to get everything out and show you all of the supplies. I will be back in just a few seconds, and we'll get started. Look at the supplies on this one and then get one built. Be right back. All right, hello, how are you? This is Els coming to you from Bemo's Crafty Corner, and today we are making, obviously, these scissor dangles. If you're like me and you lose your scissors, this is something you're going to enjoy this one, okay? Basic beading skills here, so let's talk about supplies. You are going to want some pliers. Regular bullnose jewelry making pliers, pair of wire cutters. If you have one of these loop tools, use a loop tool. If you don't have a loop tool, then you're going to need the barrel pliers, okay? And you are going to want some chain. And if you want some tassels or pom-poms or something like that, you can pick those up commercially. If you don't have these or you can't get your hands on them, I will show you how to make one pretty easy. You're going to want some eye pins, and these are the ones that have the loop on the end. You're going to want some of those. Some beads. You're going to want a large half-inch ring. And most importantly, let me get all of this out of the way real quick. Most importantly, you're going to want some lobster claws, whichever size lobster claw you want. I find that the 27s or 25s are actually the best ones for this one. But if you want to use a different size, by all means do that. And of course the scissors that you're going to be using to put your piece onto. So now that we've gone over everything, I will be back in just a second, and we're going to actually put this charm together. I'll be right back. So let's get this process started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the eye pins, and we're just going to thread those onto the beads. And this one is cracked, so let me grab a different one. Better, much better. Okay, there we go. So you're just going to put the bead on there, and then we're just going to kind of stand these up in the corner, and oopsie. Let's not lose that. Okay, and this one. All right. So that's the first part. Now the next part is we're going to be putting some jump rings onto the charm. So let me get a couple of jump rings here. And remember, whenever you're working with a jump ring or any kind of jewelry metal, you don't want to pull it apart. You want to move it side to side, okay? So you're just going to twist it open, and I'm going to put that on the large side here. Well, let's try that again. That one has flown the coop. So I'm going to twist it open, and I'm going to hook it on, and then I'm going to add my little piece of chain. And then I'm just going to put the two ends back together. okay? And then we'll put a jump ring on the other end in just a moment. So now we have these pins. If you are using a pair of barrel nose pliers, those are the ones that look like this, then you are going to want to cut this wire down. Just like that. And you're going to use the barrel. You're going to find the spot on the barrel that's the diameter of the loop you want to make, and then you're going to roll the pliers. Now you're not going to move them. You're simply going to kind of let go of the tension and move back, okay? Until you create the loop for this to all fit together. All right? If you are using the loop pliers, then this is a whole easier prospect here. And as always, I will put the link to these in the description box. I'm not being paid. I don't get any kind of endorsement or anything for these. I just think that it's a fantastic tool, and it really makes this go a lot faster. So again, I'm just going to thread that through. There's a hole in the back there. And it cuts and turns it all at the same time. I know, right? All right, and then the last one. All right, so now I have all of these set up, and I am going to go ahead and get started putting this together. Give me just a second to kind of clear some of this stuff out of the way, and we'll get started attaching these things, okay? All right, step number one. We're going to connect these together to create a chain. So we're going to take the open end and twist it to the side, and then we're going to connect that to the next piece in the chain. Twist it back, make sure that it's back where we want it to be. Got to get a hand on it there so I can twist it where I want it. There we go, it's all twisted nice. And then the next one. Twist that one back. Then we'll get the last one here connected on our chain. It's always the last one that gives you the most trouble. There we go. Make that twisted back. Come on, twist for me. Okay. So then I have my piece at the top. So in order to, this is actually my bottom, this is my top, or the other way, however I want to do this. I like to put the smaller beads towards the top. So the next part of this is going to be getting a jump ring. And we're going to open it up. So we're going to put the end of the chain that has our charm go. I'm going to add on our beads. And then we're going to thread that through the base on our lobster claw. Come on. Open that just a little bit more. There we go. It helps if I put the opening at the top. Alright, so thread that on there. And then we're going to close this jump ring. Now, if you want to use a small lobster claw, you can do that because of the way we're going to be putting this together. Let me get this one twisted. I never did twist that one correctly. Make sure we got it where we want it. Got a hold of it. It's got to come this way. Alright, so now that we have all of this lined up, we have our charm. We want to put that on our scissors. So we're just going to take one of these big jump rings, and we're going to open it up. We're going to attach it anywhere we want, whether it's here on the handle or here on the blade. That is entirely up to you. We're going to close that up. And that is what we were going to clip this to. Now, we need to make that tassel. So I'm going to move this out of the way real quick, and I'll be back to show you how to make the tassel. Alright, so making a tassel is relatively easy. We're going to be using some embroidery floss or friendship bracelet string or cord or whatever you want to call it. We're just going to pull some off of the skein. We're going to come to the end. And then we're just going to kind of wrap that around something. Doesn't matter if it's around your fingers or around a playing card, whatever it is. But you have to keep in mind that your tassel is going to be half that distance. Okay? So we're going to wrap it around about 10, 12 times. We're going to cut that off. And then we're going to cut another piece about 6 to 8 inches. And that's going to be to help us tie it. So now that we have this, we're just going to kind of grab it in the middle. We're going to wrap that 6 inches of cord around there for the moment. And it doesn't have to be all the way at the end. It could be right through this little hole here if you want. The idea is to use it to pull it through a jump ring, a closed jump ring. Okay? So I'm going to put 2 threads through, and I'm just going to put my jump ring on there. Take that cord out. I'm going to find the middle spot here. Just like that. And then I'm going to use that cord to tie around. And I'm pulling as tight as I can. And once I've got it on there about 4 or 5 times, then I'll go ahead and I will tie these 2 ends together using just a nice square knot, right over left, left over right. Just like that. And then I will snip off these ends. And cut my tassel open. Now, cut these off to make this a little bit more even. Just a little haircut. There we go. All right. Tassel complete. So we're going to go ahead and bring this back in. I'm just going to use our pliers one more time. And what we're looking for is that opening spot. There it is. So I'm just going to kind of twist that to open up the jump ring, which we are going to attach to the bottom eye. And then we're going to push these back together. And then when we have that back together, we're going to spin that around so that the opening is now buried inside the tassel. Just like that. And we have our little scissor charm that we can just put onto our big jump ring. And there it is. Now we can find our scissors on our desk. Yay! All right, so that's it for me today, guys. That's all I have for you. If you'd like to give this a try, I would certainly like to see the end project. This one is going to be available in the shop, and I may put some kits in. Who knows? If I decide that I want them, I may put some kits in. So those are that's the project for today. There's the other one, the original, and there you have it. Right? Stinking cute. All right. That's it, guys. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that red button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, and share me with all of your friends so your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can be friends. And before you know it, we have an entire friendly crafting community. Until I see you again, stay safe, okay? Bye-bye.